The Hockenheimring, once a celebrated racing venue, now stands abandoned and overgrown in the heart of a forest. In this video, we explore the fascinating reasons behind the demise of this historic circuit. So buckle up as we uncover the story of why the Hockenheimring is abandoned. The circuit's origins date back to the early 1930s, when the construction of the racetrack was suggested to the mayor of Hockenheim. Construction began in 1932, and by May 1932, the circuit hosted its first race, a motorcycle event spanning 12 kilometers in a triangular layout. The circuit was officially opened as the Dreieckskurs, meaning a triangle course. Its design, crafted by a local timekeeper named Earnest Christ, featured a distinctive triangular shape, comprising 6 sharp corners and long straights. The layout was unlike any other track of its time, earning its recognition as an icon of speed in Formula 1. In 1938, the circuit underwent a radical transformation, adopting an oval shape similar to what was seen in the 1980s and 1990s. The track's length was reduced by 4 kilometers, making it 7 kilometers, bringing about the birth of the iconic Hockenheimring. This change included the introduction of the Oscar section, which added a long run into the forest, swinging back around to rejoin the original triangle hairpin. During World War II, the circuit faced challenges as it was heavily used for military traffic, leading to damage. However, after the war, the circuit's management was taken over by the authorities, which allowed for improvements and renovations, leading to the resumption of racing events in 1947. Tragedy struck in 1968, when one of Formula One's greatest legends, Jim Clark, lost his life in a fatal accident during a Formula 2 race at Hockenheim. The accident deeply affected the motorsport community. Following this, in 1970, 2 fast chicanes were added to the Hockenheimring, and crash barriers were installed along the track to enhance safety. Over the years, the circuit faced criticism for its length and safety concerns. The long straights put excessive strain on engines, leading to frequent breakdowns and retirements during races. Additionally, the section of the circuit that entered the forest made it challenging for spectators to access and witness the action. A stadium section was added to improve spectator viewing, and 2 chicanes were included in 1982 to enhance safety. The extensive track length of the Hockenheimring posed another challenge for Formula 1 races, as it meant that the standard race would consist of only 45 laps. This limited the spectators' overall race experience, as they could witness the cars passing through the stadium section only for that specific number of laps. The forest section, categorized by its long straights and isolated location, became a focal point of challenges for drivers and teams, both in terms of driving strategy and car setup. The mid-80s turbo era introduced new fuel restrictions, and drivers struggled to manage fuel consumption on this lengthy track. At times, drivers such as world champion Alain Prost faced the challenge of finishing races at Hockenheim due to running out of fuel near the race's end. Prost's McLaren ran out of fuel during the 1986 race, and he valiantly pushed his car forward to the finish line before ultimately giving up. Despite this setback, he managed to secure a 6th place classification, earning a crucial championship point that contributed to his 2nd World Championship victory. In 2000, Rubens Barrichello's emotional victory brought attention to the limitations of the old layout. Barrichello started from 18th position, but went on to claim his first ever Formula 1 win, delivering an emotional moment. Many of the overtakes during the race happened deep in the forest section, resulting in limited viewing for the fans. Additionally, changing weather conditions further complicated the racing experience, with rain in the stadium section and mostly dry conditions in the forest. During the race, there was a significant incident involving a former Mercedes-Benz employee who had been terminated from the company. This individual managed to breach the track's security barriers on the first forest straight, highlighting vulnerabilities in the security measures, particularly in the forested section. As a result of this breach, the safety car was deployed, neutralizing the comfortable lead held by the 2 Mercedes-powered McLarens. Later in the race, there was a collision between French driver driver Jean Alesi and Brazilian driver Pedro Diniz in the braking zone for the third chicane. Alesi's car spun uncontrollably down the track after the impact, leading to a severe condition of dizziness that lasted for 3 days. During the early 2000s, drivers including Martin Brundle voiced their discontent about racing at Hockenheim due to the circuit's length and safety concerns. This led to Formula One authorities demanding changes to improve the circuit's safety and fan experience. Consequently, HERMANN TILKE, a renowned circuit designer, was tasked with redesigning the Hockenheimring in 2002. The circuit underwent a drastic transformation, significantly shortening its length by removing the long forested straight section in favor of incorporating more tight corners. More than half of the first straight and almost the entire stretch between the Ostkurve and the center chicane were eliminated. These remaining parts were connected with a new long straight known as a parabolica, and a slight kink was added between the old first straight and the new one. Furthermore, a new right-left-right complex was introduced at the end of the remaining straight, accompanied by a new grandstand for spectators. However, the most controversial aspect of the changes was the removal of the old forest section. The forested part of the track was torn up and replanted with trees, effectively erasing any possibility of using the old layout for future Formula One events or other racing events. This decision sparked considerable debate and disappointment among fans and drivers, as the iconic and challenging forested section became lost to history due to the track's redesign. Many fans and drivers lamented the loss of the old Hockenheimring layout, which held a special place in motorsport history. Icons such as Juan Pablo Montoya, Toto Wolff and Ron Dennis expressed their fondness for the original circuit. The Hockenheim circuit played a significant role in the hosting of the German Grand Prix. In 1970, the F1 drivers made a collective decision at the French Grand Prix to boycott the Nürburgring, which they considered to be dangerously designed. As a result, the German Grand Prix was held at the Hockenheim circuit for the first time that year. However, the Nürburgring regained the hosting rights the following year until the 1976 German Grand Prix. From 1977 to 2006, except for 1985, when the race took place at the reconfigured Nürburgring, the Hockenheimring consistently hosted the German Grand Prix. The arrangement changed in July 2006, when Bernie Ecclestone announced that starting from 2007, only one Grand Prix per year would be held in Germany. Previously, there were 2 Grand Prix annually in Germany, with the German Grand Prix taking place at Hockenheim and either the European Grand Prix or the Luxembourg Grand Prix being held at Nürburgring. With the new decision, the Nürburgring and the Hockenheimring began to alternate in hosting the German Grand Prix, commencing with the Nürburgring hosting the event in 2007. Financial issues, declining attendance, and the decrease in overall interest in Formula One in Germany led to the Hockenheimring's absence from the race calendar in recent years. While the circuit enjoyed significant popularity during Michael Schumacher's era, interest waned over time, resulting in fewer spectators attending races. The Hockenheimring's fate remained uncertain as it faced competition from the Nürburgring for hosting Formula One events. The circuit owners and the city were unwilling to commit additional funds, further complicating the situation. Despite discussions about a potential return, no solid plan emerged, leaving the circuit's future uncertain. Today, the Hockenheimring's legacy endures, and fans and drivers alike still cherish the memories of the old layout. However, the abandoned forest section stands as a reminder of the challenges that led to its transformation and absence from Formula One races in recent years. The circuit's historical significance and its place in motorsport history continue to be appreciated by enthusiasts. And that concludes our exploration of why the Hockenheimring is abandoned. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on motorsports history and beyond. Until next time, stay passionate about racing.